Welcome to the almost last episode, so before last. In this episode, we are going to definitely join the head to the body, and we are going to paint the model as well. So using pretty cool techniques that I had to explore on my own, we are going to create pretty good realistic results without UV unwrapping or any of that stuff. And then in the next episode, we are going to render it and do some compositing in Blender. So no add-ons needed. I mean, just one add-on, actually. While I'm saying this, I want you to download an add-on which is called our Node Wrangler. Yes, download Node Wrangler. It's built in, you just need to enable it. Okay, so let's start off with fixing some of the things that I noticed in the model. So definitely the neck is way too thick around this area. So we need to make it better a bit. Okay. Okay, also like we got the ilium here. Let's hide it and let's close the gap. Right here, maybe smooth it. Yes, and definitely scrape some of this. Okay, and another thing, which is painting. Okay, so let's look at the reference. I got it right here. And we're going to use these colors. So first of all, we need to look at the lightest color that we have, which is this cream salmon, whatever it is. So let's paint it in this color. So in order to paint, you need to go to this catalog of paint brushes. So we're going to mainly use the paint soft, but also we are going to use paint. I want you to create a brush, which is gonna be pretty helpful, which is paint soft with noise. So go to paint, go to tool, and then right here on this drop down, click duplicate asset. Okay, and then in the name you can add paint soft with noise. So the idea is that in the paint soft with noise, you are going to create new texture, and here you're going to choose clouds. And then in colors, I want you to turn on color ramp and bring the black slider around this area, around middle. Okay, so this is it. And in the paint soft with noise, also one more thing, turn on randomize color. So randomize color with all brushes actually, because we are going to do this, to use it pretty often. So let's set that salmon-like color, and with randomize color, when you click this arrow, I want you to move the hue around 0.4. So everything around 0.4 is going to do just fine. So, okay, we don't need to use the noise, but we can use just soft. And let's paint the whole model. So what the random color does is in the name. So it's kind of going to add some randomness, which is very welcome. Okay, to the head. The head is gonna be a bit of a different color, so let's leave it as it is. Let's turn on for some cool effect. Let's turn on mask from cavity. So what it creates is basically masks out everything that isn't a crevice. You can invert it with Control I. So now if I invert, it's going to paint in all of these crevices. So let's pick a color of this like light salmon, but make it a bit darker. And let's paint the whole model with it. I mean this whole body. Let's paint it. It's gonna add some cool realism part. Okay, Alt M. And let's maybe smooth it with Shift. Not much visible stuff happening, but it always gives something. So now let's paint that brownish transition. So here I could probably turn up the saturation a bit, so we can basically manipulate. Hue is basically, can I show you? Yes, hue is going to choose a different colors. Saturation, whether it's closer to white or to that color from the margin. And then value, it decides whether it's black or, it's dark or light. So let's pick something like this. Okay, and then under randomization, very little hue. Saturation just a bit, and then value the most, but not too much randomness. Okay, and then with the noise, we're going to paint this transitional part, basically. From here, and then it goes close to the tail as well. So yeah, but this part is, I like the last episodes because you can improvise a lot and have some fun, be a bit creative. Okay, let's maybe pick a bit darker color, a bit more reddish. And let's paint it as well around this area. So you can be quite messy with it. Okay, and then we're going to pick this this dark purple color. Probably something like this, turn down the saturation, and then we can have more randomization of saturation, hue, and value. It's going to be fine. And let's start painting. Okay, maybe let's turn this stuff a bit more. And we are just painting the top parts of this model. Yeah, so this under part is going to be violet, not violet, purple as well. Purple. So we just paint. Okay, I'm breaking down into the most important 20% of painting that you can do as well. So worry not, still the same mindset is there basically. Okay, so I got this painted. Let's paint the arms. But yeah, this is the noise. The clouds texture is giving a lot of difference if you were to compare it to basically paint soft. It just looks very artificial. Okay, we get that. Okay, let's maybe paint this a bit further. Okay, so I think this is pretty much the base of colors. Maybe let's just paint the legs, the toes and feet as well, as you can see in the reference. So also the way that you can navigate through colors, X, it switches these two secondary and primary colors. If you don't want to switch, you can also hold Control and then it's going to paint with the secondary color. And Shift X is going to be color picker. So you can pick this, or that. And X, it switches from secondary to primary. So let's paint this stuff. How far does it go? Around this bone melt. Okay, and then it's giving this cool transition, as you can see in here. All right. And let's actually paint the underbelly with like slight orange. So let's pick this and add some saturation to it, and let's paint the underbelly. Oh. I don't know if it is in there, but I kind of like the idea that the underbelly could be a bit brighter. Okay, and let's paint the head. So let's pick this light purple. So maybe let's pick this color. So X and Shift X, X and Shift X. And then this color, we're going to decrease the saturation. Oh, not here. Decrease the saturation and increase the value around here. And let's paint the whole face. Yeah, so because there's high poly count, painting is gonna be a bit more laggy, so you need to be patient with it. I mean, that's just how it is. So take your time. We are not in a rush. But yeah, always pick lightest color and paint it first. And then you can worry about the rest. You could actually pick Paint Soft, perhaps. Yeah, Paint Soft is gonna do a better job. Basically, but you know what? Let's actually pick a bit lighter color and less saturation. It's like almost white, but a bit darker. Okay, now let's pick a bit lighter. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so we get this. And now also I'd like to paint the inside of the mouth. So let's pick this color with paint soft with noise. Let's paint inside of the mouth. So it's gonna, spoiler alert, it's gonna get a bit messed up. Simply because basically it's gonna show through mesh because it's not very thick around, especially around this area, so it's kind of gonna show through. But no one really cares what's inside of the mouth. No one's really gonna look this close, so we can get away with basically, you know, not showing inside of the mouth, and then it's better for the colors from the outside to show through inside. But yeah. Okay, maybe let's pick a bit reddish color. Let's try painting now. Okay, and now let's paint those muscles on the side. Let's pick a darker color. Or maybe not, let's pick a light. And yes, like this. Should be better now. Okay, let's paint the gums. Maybe it's too much hue randomization, but I think it's fine. And let's paint the top parts. Okay, we can maybe try and paint this inside part a bit. But yeah, it's going to show through, so let's pick this color, and with paint soft, let's fix this. Okay, if we need to fix something, we will do it. Now I would like to paint this. Oh, before, let's go mask from cavity and invert. And then in between, we're going to paint a bit darker color compared to what we have right now. So let's paint it slowly but surely. Because the face is quite dark, actually, if you didn't notice. Okay, now let's Alt M. And yeah, it's really making those scales pop. So this is cool. And now let's paint it with the secondary color, which is right here. Also with noise. Oh, yes, this. I was surprised what kind of color even is that. But yeah. Okay, so let's paint this around the area. So don't worry about the crest. Not crest, but the that orange color. We're gonna do it, so worry not. I could put it this way. Okay. Let's paint the lower parts. And yeah, don't forget to paint this side. Okay, so this is gonna be quite covered in quite a lot of ways. So the lower side is gonna be quite covered with this purple color. Okay. And let's go a bit inside of here. And then here as well. Okay, that's looking interesting. Okay, so I think that's a decent base. So now what I would like to do is add some details. I mean, let's start building the details. Around the chest, there's actually a bit more of this purple. Now let's paint with a darker color. The hands. And the claws. So let's turn on symmetry. Apply all the transforms. And let's paint it. Paint those nails. We can actually do it with paint soft, it doesn't matter. It's actually going to be a bit easier. And do the same treatment to the toes. And we can actually paint these tendon areas. And let's paint those two. Okay. I think I would like to actually paint the face a bit further with that purple. I mean, let's pick this color. Okay. Alright. Oh yes, also I forgot to add one more thing, which is the tongue. So mesh, cube, make it smaller, and subdivide and make it a bit bigger now. And let's, like at this point, you probably know how to model pretty well. Okay, let's maybe scale it and move this a bit more. Move this a bit more as well. As Y, I guess, yes. Oh. Oh, what happened? But yeah, let's put it somewhere out here. And let's apply all the transforms. Enable mesh symmetry. And let's remesh it. Oh, we didn't apply the modifier, right? So apply this. And now let's remesh. Let's flatten the top. Just a bit. Run a line around the middle. And crease it a bit. And we have a tongue. And let's paint it with these colors, let's say. And now I'm seeing that this is actually has some white spots, so let's fix it. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, so before we do the this area orange and then this yellow, I would like to add the transition spots. So in order to do that, I want you to load the alpha brushes that I have sent you. So in order to do that, let's pick a brush, whatever. Maybe you can actually, preferably, you could add a new one. Let's add, so maybe it could be something like Paint Soft. Duplicate asset, let's call it Paint Soft Alpha. Let's save. Okay, so we got this. And now in the tool settings, in the stroke, yes, in the stroke method, choose anchored. And that's about it. Now let's just create new texture. And let's open the folder, whatever you have downloaded that. Okay, and let's pick spots 5, let's say. And let's pick a color. Okay, let's pick this violet. But let's make it just a tiny bit darker. Oh no. So yeah, we are going to basically just be putting a bunch of these alphas. But let's just notice the flow, that they are going in these directions basically, as you can see in here. So let's keep that in mind. And if you hold left click, or preferably you should have a pen, tablet, just aim in this direction. But for some reason they're going in this direction. It's a bit random, which is okay. Let's pick this color with Shift X. Let's add some of these. Okay, I would like to also decrease the randomness a bit. So less of hue, less of saturation, and less of value. Yeah, that should be better. Yep. So let's just add this random, kinda random, but not really, spots. Okay, let's pick this brown color and let's add some of these brownish colors. And they can totally overlap with each other. This is totally fine. They're going in this direction, actually. Let's pick some of this color as well, so that there's like this unevenness in the transition. Let's pick another color. And now I want you to pick an orange color. So something probably like this. And let's add a few of these orange strokes. Okay. They appear here and there from time to time. And now pick like this brownish. And let's put it inside of these, as you can see in the reference. See? They are orange, but in the middle they're brownish, yellowish. So we can replicate that. Okay. And now let's pick a different alpha for some, variety, which is totally fine. So click right here and pick spots 4. And add some of these. So yeah, have some variety in size, but keep in mind that flow. Let's pick this color. Okay, this is pretty good. And now for the final parts. Okay, we can actually delete the reference. For now, it doesn't matter. Now, listen to me. And for the face, let's mask out this area as well. Let's see how does it look. The eye is definitely covered by orange. This is covered by orange. And this is the transitional place, which is also we're going to cover it. Yeah, have some fun with it. But make sure that the mask is relatively sharp. Don't make it too washed out. Yeah, that crest is a bit different if you compare these two images. But we can live with this fact. Okay, maybe let's make these edges a bit taper down. Okay. Let's invert the mask and let's pick an orange color. With this, not too much randomness, okay? In here, not too much randomness. Let's pick orange, bright orange. And with noise, let's start adding. Okay. And now let's pick, let's invert the mask and let's pick this color. Control I, and let's start adding some noise here, some orange, and then let's just mix it up into one. Let's Alt M and see how does it look. Okay, not bad. Let's move this, holding Shift. Maybe let's add some noise around this area so that it doesn't look that super perfect. Some violet. I mean purple. And this is looking pretty good. Okay, let's maybe bring this in a bit. And then side. And then this a bit out. Because we are going to merge these two really, really soon. Now, as one of the final things, let's paint the eyes. So let's pick a yellow color. That yellow, and then with a dark, like almost black or black, let's paint this. And we can also add this reflection just for fun. Oh, the colors didn't get mirrored, so we can go to tab, like click something else, click L, and then X to delete, and then let's mirror it. So Alt M and mirror. Okay, it's looking pretty damn good. Let's compare these. I could actually select this and then make it a bit darker, and then let's color the top with a bit darker color. Because I think that's the case with this model. With this reference, I mean. Okay. Is there anything else? Shift S. And let's run this along the tail. Okay. And now Shift S to disable this stroke stabilization, and let's maybe make it a bit thinner, a bit jagged. Okay. And maybe cut it in one place, cut it in another. It's looking good. Let's invert, smooth it once, or maybe without smoothing actually. Let's pick paint soft with alpha, not alpha, with noise. And let's pick this yellow color. And let's paint. Okay, I think it needs to be a bit brighter, that now I'm looking at it, and less saturation. Yes. So don't cover it fully with color. Something like that is fine. And let's add some noise, so paint a bit over it, just slightly. Some of this light color. And now we're good. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that we should join it, so make sure all of the modifiers are applied, so convert to mesh. And let's hide the bony landmarks, we don't need those. And let's select the jaw, the head, and then join it to the body. Go to sculpt mode, face sets from visible, and let's remesh. So now you wanna wait until it crashes or it remeshes. So we're going to lose some detail because the head was way too detailed. But since we have done Yeah, why is it so? No, let's come back. Is it really the lowest possible? No. I don't believe it. So let's maybe turn down the remesh a bit. But if you can, if you cannot, I really wouldn't advise remeshing because it might crash your PC. So just go to the lowest possible level of the remesh. But yeah, let's see if it explodes. Okay, it didn't explode. All right. I mean, I can live with it, but we just want to fix the transition. So let's pick paint soft with noise and let's paint this part. It's part 2. And let's smooth it out with shift and grab brush or whatever brush we want it to be, but not paintbrush. So paint with noise. Let's paint it. Okay. Yep. Yep, we're good. Oh yeah, and also that's scary. Let's paint the teeth. So let's join them into one, so it's gonna be easier. Discern on symmetry. Is it working? Yes, it's working. And let's pick paint soft with noise, and let's pick yellowish color. Let's make it darker. And let's paint the lower part of the teeth so that they kind of are filthy from the bottom, because dinosaurs didn't have toothbrushes to the brush. So let's just paint it. I love laughing at my own jokes. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I know it's a detail, but it's always worth doing. Okay, we are good now. I'm quite hungry, so